Hey guys, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to talk about things I've been worming, and I actually emptied out my basket here onto my desk because it was a complete disaster. I feel like that's just kind of the vibe right now. I feel like a little bit of a disaster. I kind of have my notes, but I wasn't keeping up with them very well, and I wasn't doing very good about changing my wax, even though I have a decent stack to talk about. So I brought them, but I don't know how entirely accurate they are. I will be better next time. I I think. I have it in the back of my planner, and I think I maybe just need to like move to the front a little bit so I can stay on top of it and not forget to go back there. But I think I have down that this is from January 26th through February 16th, which, if my math is generally correct, that's about 20 days. And I feel like this feels light for 20 days. But anyway, I know I was like just not changing things for a few briefly. I just was like, was the last thing I was thinking about. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and talk about a fragrance flower first, just because it's kind of messy. You guys know how fragrance flowers are. It's mostly dried out at this point, as you can see, but it's still a little messy. So this was Peaks and Pines. I put this in the downstairs bathroom, and I have the date on it as 12/23. And you might be thinking, wow, it's only February 16th. However, I pulled this out like exactly 1 month after I got it started. So I know I said this was January 26th. I like around that time, January 26th, is when I pulled it out and obviously put it in this basket, which is just pretty much a month after I had started it. I always put a date on the bottom of my fragrance flowers just because I'm always curious, like, when did these start? How long did they last, etc. I've never had a fragrance flower last only 30 days. However, this was in the bathroom, and there's an air vent in the bathroom, and this was so strong. Like, it was such a strong performer. I think the air vent was just hitting it so directly that it was throwing the scent around like crazy, but it was also like really pumping this thing out. Like, she went real quick. This was from the Harvest collection, so it had this like different sort of flower. I don't feel like that necessarily played into like its super fast usage. I'm not terribly mad. Like, I have plenty of fragrance flowers. It was kind of like late in the season putting this type of scent out anyway. So if it would have lasted 3 months, I probably wouldn't have been necessarily super impressed. But it almost scented like a good majority of the downstairs coming from the bathroom. Like, this one was very strong. But it went really quick, but it was really, really strong. So I would not be opposed to having that one again. I don't mind the scent Peaks and Pines, but I know a lot of you did not like it. I replaced it with Vanilla Barnwood, and this was the red poinsettia. This was like from 2 holiday launches ago. So like, she needed to be used, right? This one, put it in the same spot in the bathroom, not doing as well. I do feel like this poinsettia flower, it looks like that for the most part, has less surface area. Like, it doesn't feel as big. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, this feels like it has a lot more petals and like a lot more surface area. That one to me doesn't feel that way. This scent probably isn't as strong as the Peaks and Pines generally, just speaking, but it's not throwing in the same way either. I would say it's maybe not getting used quite as fast as the Peaks and Pines. It's still in the general airflow of the heat vent. So it's like, I'm trying to think. I probably opened it like around January 26th, I have to imagine. So it's only been 20 days, and it's probably like halfway with its oil. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check on it. I kind of moved this one around a little bit, like more out of the way of the heat vent to see if that would like adjust things with its like longevity. But then it wasn't quite like performing like I wanted it to, so I moved it kind of back into the zone of the heat vent to kind of just get a little more zhuzh out of it. So far, not really impressed with this one. So, not that it's my favorite scent anyway, but it's like, after the Pinks and Pines, it's really disappointing me. Let's just take one more little sidebar before we get into wax, because we're already here. I have a car bar in here, which is kind of super random. It's in Welcome Home. I have this hanging in the car, in the SUV, for probably like months. Like, it does not smell anymore. I mean, like, if you stick your nose to it, you can tell that it smells like something. Honestly, ever since my boss said that this smells like donuts, it's like totally what I smell. It's not like super bakery cinnamon sugar, but it's like the feeling of warm spiced donuts. Like, it, if I had to say this smells like one thing, I do say it smells like that. After he said that to me, I totally smell it now. This is not sending the car by any means. It was hanging for a really long time. It was probably more than like 4 months, honestly, because I, in between that, was using a wall fan, or no, oh my gosh, a mini fan, like the USB one with the wall, the pods. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. I was using a mini fan with the pods in the car. Really was enjoying that for a while. But the reason I ended up switching this out is, obviously, if you don't already know, car bars are going away. And I have some on hand, but like, you know, I switch them out every so often. So like, I don't know, it didn't really not affect me, but I was like, oh, whatever. Like, I didn't really think twice about it, because I'm like, oh, I have so many car bars, like, whatever. And then my mom called me. She wanted to order some travel twists, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, travel twists and car bars are going away. Like, let me see what they still have left. Of course, one of the scents she wanted was already sold out, so I ended up getting her another scent. And she was like, what am I supposed to use to scent my car? Like, you know, and she was like, I don't want to use the scent circles. Like, they don't necessarily last very long, which I agree with. So I say all of this because I had this hanging in my car, and I'm like, you know what, Mom, I'll place an order. I kind of feel like, I wonder if it would work at all to put like a scent pack just like in the car. You know, not obviously like hanging from your rearview mirror, but like, say I put it under or like by the driver's seat, like, you know, the heat vent kind of hits it, the air maybe hits it, like getting in and out of the car. So I happen to have a baked apple pie scent pack open in one of my like work bags. And it was like fairly new. It was fairly strong still. I was like, I'm just gonna throw this in the car, and like, I'll place your order. Whatever you don't like, obviously, I'll just take back from you, Mom. Like, I know you like that. But I'm like, I feel like this could be an avenue. And she was like, I'm willing to try anything, obviously. So their products in my order, like my first of the month order with like all my new catalog stuff, has not come yet. It's in a weather delay. So it's been delayed for like the last 3 or 4 days. So the date keeps getting pushed back. It's hopefully going to be here soon. But I've been since then testing the baked apple pie scent pack in the car. Well, I do feel like that one probably isn't as strong because it's more spicy. Like, it smells more spicy than apple. I feel like it's doing okay though, but I feel like if I had a different scent that wasn't so spicy, you'd really be able to pick it up. Because I can smell like the spiciness kind of when I get in and out of the car, and I know it's the scent pack. But I'm curious, like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to try a couple different ones of these. And I feel like there's a lot more scents available in scent packs nowadays than there used to be. So I'm kind of interested to try it out, because it's a lot less maintenance, obviously, than doing the pod fan thing and like, you know, switching out the pods, plugging it in, making sure it's on, making sure it's off, whatever. You just set it and forget it. But I'm curious, like, what's the longevity? What's the scent? Like, I don't know. I'm going to test a couple of them out, because obviously once the new catalog hits and people realize car bars and travel twists went away, they might be like, what do I do now? And so, and yeah, it just never crossed my mind until she brought it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? So I did enjoy car bars. I do feel like the scent pack route might be okay. I feel like people have done that in the past. Like, I'm not inventing something crazy, but it's been a while since I've heard anybody talk about it because I feel like we have all these other options, or we did at least. Anyway, let's move on into wax. Maybe what you guys are actually really here for. I'm gonna start off with some things I just did for testers so we can just like chat about them quick and get them out of the way. I wanted to do some like classic scents that will be sticking around for my Happy Meal this month. So I did a combo of Blue Grotto, Jammy Time, and Amazon Rain. I had testers of all these, and I feel like those are just staples. They come in a lot of products. They'll be available over the turn of the catalog. So did samples of those. I really don't like Jammy Time. Like, making the samples of it, I'm like, I really don't like this scent. Blue Grotto is also not one of my favorites, but it's a citrus and really, really popular. People really like it. I like it more than Jammy Time, not my favorite. Amazon Rain is so good. I like Amazon Rain. If you have similar scent preferences to me, I would say go for Amazon Rain out of that bunch of the three. But I feel like the classic scents are scents that people never get to smell if they're like newer to Scentsy, or even if they've been around a long time, like, and they maybe have never tried the classics because they've bought more like limited time offers or things like that. So I like throwing those in every once in a while. And I feel like catalog transition's always the perfect time to do so. And then I also did Luck of the Rainbow, which is the current scent of the month for February. This is totally getting me in the spring vibe, which I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, let's pull out the spring scents. I might just have to go ahead and do it. I mean, it's only the 16th, so I feel like I just switched into my like February scents, but I'm like ready to switch out my Scentsy kind of, and my candles. I don't know, I'm getting there. So this really pushed me over the edge. I feel like this smells like yellow Skittles. Like, it smells like yellow Skittles. Would I want my house to smell like that all the time? Probably not. But for a fun, like, spring mood, one time, just for a couple days, you know, it's really, really fun. So I'm actually surprised at how much I like it, even though I feel like it smells like yellow Skittles. Like, it's like a sugary, lemony, sweet, kind of candied almost. It's really yummy. I mean, I feel like if you're opposed to lemon very heavily, maybe you wouldn't like it. But if you like lemon and sweet and sugary things, like, I don't see why you don't give this a try. It's like a sweeter, more candied version of Squeeze the Day. It's so yummy. It's really, really yummy. It just makes my mouth kind of like water, like when you eat like a Starburst or Skittles, etc. It's really gotten me in the spring mode. But I have a lot of non-spring things to talk about because it's been hella cold here. So let's get into it. I don't even know where to start in these piles because I feel like my notes and these piles just don't even match anymore. But anyway, I did this one most recently. I know this for sure. I just popped this in the other night. It's Bundle Up, and I ended up putting this downstairs in our like bar living area downstairs because we ended up having some friends come over, and we were like hanging out the bar downstairs, and the wax I had was like completely non-existent. I was like, I need to change this before they come over. Bundle Up was a part of the holiday collection, maybe this past December, or whenever the holiday collection came out, October. So it's a few months past due. I think it went away in December. This is just such like a cozy, feminine, it's just like a warm, cozy, feminine scent. It really reminds me of when they had like the Catching Z's collection, like some of those scents. It feels like another rendition of some of those, but I just thought this would be a nice, like, not too overpowering, slightly subtle, slightly almost like perfumey, because like I said, I'm kind of getting into that spring vibe. So I was like, I want a little bit something not so cold weather. Even though this is called Bundle Up, it just makes you kind of feel like warm and cozy, but it's pretty still. So I did that downstairs. You can still definitely smell it. This is probably the third day it's been going, but not a lot of longevity on this one necessarily. Also, that warmer really needs to be cleaned out. Like, it's kind of like got some stuff on the bottom of it, like dirty in a way. So I feel like that's affecting some of the scent's performance in it. Anyway, then in the kitchen, before I had to take down the kitchen warmer because we're kind of in the process of getting our kitchen remodeled. It's like on and off whenever our person's available to work. And this week it is most definitely on. So we had to take everything off the kitchen counters, which affected this. But before then, I had going a combo of breakfast blend and dulce de leche. I did 1 cube of each of these. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, like these are half cubes, which I like doing. I ended up doing a full cube of both of these for the first time, and it was so strong. It literally smells like a coffee shop. I was only doing it in the morning, so it lasted all week long, and I probably could have kept it going. It was so strong. I would definitely continue to have these cubes in the future. Yeah, this was a crazy strong combo, but I really like these two mixed together, and I honestly haven't done either of them separately. I've only been mixing them together because it's very coffee shoppy, and I like that. The next one I have is Harry Potter Ravenclaw Wit and Wisdom. It's the blue wax. It's the one that smells like kind of leather-esque. This, I have 8 of 23, so I mean, it's not new by any means, but look how juicy. I was shocked. The top, I guess, looks moist. Sorry, everyone. But I don't feel like it looked like that, honestly, when I was like going to crack it. I swear it looked regular, and I went to crack it and I'm like, this feels juicy. And then I saw that on the bottom. I'm like, oh, she is juicy. She is very juicy. Not that that affected the performance of this at all. I only did 2 cubes because I had a feeling this would be strong. I did it downstairs. So strong for so many days. It was crazy strong. I think I'm going to end up putting this, I moved some warmers around, as I do. I think I'm going to do this one in the laundry room, and I put a warmer in the garage. I had a wallflower plugged in out there, but I have a mini warmer that is like, it's like a sporty one. It's Corey's technically. And it just looks so good in the garage. We never turned it on. So I've been using it. And I think this, and I've been trying to do like whatever I do in the laundry room, also out there, just so I can kind of do like the 2 cubes at one time and not just have random 1 cubers sometimes. So I think those 2 places would be really good for this. We'll see. I might get blown out. But anyway, fresh ice. Only have 2 cubes left of this. Might try to finish this off downstairs after the bundle up is no longer. I have obviously a ton of these are like partials, and I feel like for the rest of the month I should just really try to get after using a lot of these up. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, just 2 cubes left on this. This one is another one that is so strong, but I used this in the garage and the laundry room combo, and it was very nice in both those places for multiple days. But it's probably been going in there for like 7 days and in the laundry room nonstop, and it needs to, you cannot smell it 1 iota in the laundry room. Like after 7 days straight of that, it is no longer with 1 cube. Next I have Vitamin Unwind, which I think I did. Oh, did I do a combo of these? No. I did a combo of these 2 in the open concept, which I feel like I already told you guys about, but I must not have since they're in this bin still, and I actually have this written down. I did a combo of these 2 in the open concept, and I did not like it. It's Vanilla Barnwood, but Vitamin Unwind. I thought that they would maybe somehow be nice to each other, but it was a weird combo. Didn't like it. Then on another day, because I was trying to work on some of these partial bars, I did another set, like another 2 cubes of Vitamin Unwind in the bedroom, and I also didn't like it in there. So I don't know if the problem's Vitamin Unwind. I don't know if the problem's Vanilla Barnwood, but I was not vibing with this. I don't hate this scent either. But like I said, not vibing. I don't know what the deal is there. I did some Polar Bear Hug. I believe I did this as like a Tester Tuesday a few weeks ago. I'm kind of waiting on my Tester Tuesdays because I was hoping I was going to get my new catalog scents in and then start doing some of those. Still waiting. This one though is so unique. It has so much going on in it. It's like a little bit cool, but a little bit like sweet and perfumey and cozy. It is so unique. Such a, like, you read the scent notes, which is a bunch of random things jumbled together. You're like, how can they fit all these together and make it smell good? But it's really nice. This is definitely very wintry for me, so I'm a little bit like, will I finish this one? Because like I said, kind of have moved on from the winter vibes, but this one, it's a little bit warm and cozy. Maybe, I was gonna say maybe the bedroom. I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that one. Woodland Meadow. I kind of have a funny story about this one. So I did the 3 bottom cubes at work because I love this scent, you guys. This is a scent that's typically available in the spring summer catalog, but it feels so like woodsy, wintry, cozy to me that I had been clubbing it. I had took it out of my club. I did a really big club chop recently. You guys might be aware, but I had a few bars of this on hand. So this to me, like if you just look at the picture, like that's what it definitely makes me feel like the wood, like the little flowers, like it just is that cozy, like cottage core, like that's what it makes me feel like. Did this at work. I like was doing the whole thing where I was like, I had it on and then I feel like it was like, you know, I would turn it off if I felt like it was getting too intense, whatever. My male coworkers were just ragging on this scent. They were like, this is my dad's aftershave, like blah, blah, blah. They were just like totally ragging on this scent. My other gal coworker was like, I don't know, it smells kind of like my grandma's house, like in a good way. Like, you know, like very nostalgic grandma's house, not like old lady perfume grandma's house. So I was like, okay, I didn't let it go for very many days or very long because they were just giving me so much shit about it. And every time I do something and people, like if anyone ever makes a comment about anything I ever do for scent-wise, I'm always like, tell me if you hate it because I want to know if you don't like it, I will stop. Like I don't want to be like forcing it upon you. So everything I do, I mean, they all know I'm the scent person. So they're always like, oh, what's this? Like, we have this going today, whatever. And I was like, what do you think? Do you hate it? Give me your honest feedback. What does it make you think of? Like, I want to talk about scents, obviously. So, but this one, they were giving me so much crap. I was like, okay, we're going to move on. So this one didn't make it very many days. Then next, I went to Snowflakes and Sage. I felt like this one was in a similar tone. I was feeling in a very specific way. Like, I feel like you can kind of tell. Like, this was the vibe for a minute. So I was like, I want that, but obviously I can't have Woodland Meadow. So I felt like I was going to do Snowflakes and Sage, get the same kind of vibe. This one was way stronger in my opinion than the Woodland Meadow. Like I felt like it was just so strong. This one for multiple days I would like turn it on, it would kind of pull out. I felt like it would like as soon as it pulled out I would like turn it back off because I felt like it was just so strong. I did that multiple times over and over. I don't feel like anybody commented on this one. Like this was the one I was like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of being aggressive. Like I turned my warmers off, you know what I mean? After I'm like, oh, it's getting kind of loud. Turn it off, let it simmer down, turn it back on, let it warm up, turn it back off. And nobody said a single thing. And I felt like this one was really flowing out of the office. Like I felt like it was really moving, really traveling. Not a peep, not a word. It's just really funny what people have thoughts about. It's so funny. So anyway, last scent, I worked on some birthday wishes. So I have 3 cubes left of this. This is my oldest birthday wishes, one of 23. This just smells like funfetti birthday cake. It's so amazing. I did this in I think I did it in my office, like here, this office, and then I also did it in the bathroom and the bedroom is what I have written down. I think at some point I was gonna put it in the kitchen, but then obviously we had to end up taking everything kind of out of the kitchen. So those were all the things I did. I didn't have any empties out of this entire stack. I mean, this feels like a decent stack, but for 20 days, considering none of these are empty, I don't feel like super, super great. So I think as I go back and put some of these back into my, like what I'm currently melting, I need to move some things around. So that's what's going on. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.